In the heart of the city stands a building older than memory, older than the records that claim to define it. Its construction is well documented, its blueprints carefully preserved in archives. Yet something is missing. Across decades, restorers, architects, and historians have pored over the building's plans, tracing the evolution of its halls, its staircases, its foundations, and every time they find the same anomaly, gaps in the design, spaces that appear to serve no function, empty sections of blueprint where there should be walls, corridors that lead to nothing, doorways marked but never built. Yet those who walk its halls tell a different story. Some say there is a door that appears only when you are alone, a door that was not there yesterday and may not be there tomorrow. Some find it at the end of a corridor where no blueprints list an exit. Others swear it stood between two windows where no door should fit. It is different for everyone. Some describe it as heavy, carved from dark wood. Others say it is smooth metal, cold to the touch. A few claim there is no door at all, only an opening, yawning like a wound in the fabric of the building itself. Those who see it feel something strange, a pull, faint, but undeniable. A quiet certainty that whatever lies beyond, it has been waiting for them. If you've made it this far, perhaps the door has chosen you. A simple gesture, one tap, one like, might just keep it at bay. And then there are those who step inside. Some claim the room beyond is impossibly vast, stretching out into darkness without end. Others say it is small, intimate, like a forgotten study or a neglected parlor. A few recognize it immediately because what they find inside is something deeply personal. A childhood bedroom, untouched by time, a familiar hallway from a home long since demolished, a place they have dreamed of but never stood in. But others are not so lucky. Some find themselves standing in an abandoned hospital ward, gurneys rusting beneath flickering lights. Some step into a derelict theater, rows of seats stretching endlessly into blackness. Some enter a room that is perfectly, completely empty, until they hear the sound of footsteps behind them. Time moves differently inside the room. Those who enter often leave, believing only minutes have passed, only to step out and find the sun in the wrong place in the sky. Hours vanish without explanation. Others leave, only to be told they were missing for days. And then there are the ones who never leave at all. For decades, researchers, skeptics, and thrill seekers have tried to capture proof. They set up cameras, tripwires, motion sensors. They place infrared scanners in the hall where the door appears. They bring in live broadcasts, streaming footage in real time. And every time something happens, the cameras fail. The feeds cut to black. The footage is erased before it can be reviewed. In the rare moments where something is recorded, it never shows what they expect. A flickering frame of the door, standing open, but nothing beyond it. A figure stepping inside, and then, in the next frame, an empty hallway. The only thing they ever capture is silence. Some believe the room is an architectural fluke, a forgotten space that never made it onto the final blueprints. a hidden chamber lost beneath layers of renovation and decay. Others believe it is something more, a space that does not belong here, a place that was never meant to be found. But whatever it is, one thing is certain: the room does not appear to everyone, and for those who do see it, the choice is theirs. They can step inside, or they can turn away and pretend they never saw it. But once you've seen the door, once you've felt its pull, you will always wonder what waits on the other side. And perhaps one day, when no one else is watching, you will go back and you will step inside and the door will close behind you. If you'd like to hear more stories like this, just make sure you can still find your way back. Subscribe before the door disappears.